Ooh.
Hello.
Did I just turn this off? Okay.
Happy. Happy.
Happy. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. I should really stop saying that because I don't know when people listen to this. But hello, Internet world. You're on the line with Noah. On the line with Noah and Carlos. Or, as my screen name says, Juan Carlos. This is Coast to Coast. Actually, I'm sorry about that. This is West Coast Flunkys. I'm screwed up today. It's Monday. It's West Coast Flunky. It's West Coast Flunky Day. So we got a lot.
Flunky.
We got
it's also Star Wars Day.
Yes, Star Wars Day.
Star Wars Day.
What's the thing? How's the thing go?
May the fourth be with you.
Maybe the fourth.
May the fourth be with you.
So, what is that all? Ooh, by the way, what's that trailer that just came out for Star Wars? That has
it's the trailer for the new Star Wars movie.
I know, but it has a ship or whatever, and J.J. Abrams hid the Batman something. What's that?
Oh, there's all kinds of Easter eggs in there. You know, there's all kinds of Easter eggs that he's got in. I'm
gonna get a part of that, and then I'm gonna create a little trailer for us. So
all right.
I got where I can do it on After Effects. So I'm gonna go do it on After Effects and get it in there. And
did you go buy After Effects?
Not yet. So I'm still learning how to use it. Is really what it is. I got this other program that I'm using. I really like it because I'm comfortable with it. I know how to do all this other stuff, but I find that there's more stuff for After Effects. So
well, go to Adobe and download the trial, and that way you can work on it while you're doing it. You're learning in the trial. When you're ready to upgrade, you just pay the upgrade. You know.
Yeah.
And that way it's on your system. You're working with it. It kills all the birds with one big rock.
Yeah. So. So. Where'd I leave off? So yeah, I'm gonna get After Effects. I'm gonna fall into the dark side and get it. I've been haven't been into.
There you go.
But join the dark side. Yeah, that's where I'm going. I'm gonna join the dark side.
Well, you gotta join the dark side when you get yourself a Mac. Your tablet doesn't count yet. You need a Mac to join the dark side.
You know what? So here's the real reason I haven't got into a Mac. And it's pretty everybody's going to say it's a lame one. It is a lame one. But the real reason I haven't got into a Mac is because any job you go to, you're going to have a PC. Rarely do you have a Mac unless, you know.
No, it just depends. You get into an artistic field or like graphics like I do, you're going to see Macs like 99% of the place.
Yeah.
You get into some other fields, when you need to use like Visio and Access and Excel and all those, you're going to see. But commonly, you're going to find both in either. And you go to a job and say, look, I work on a Mac. They're usually accommodating and vice versa. Like I just got a new tower today because I need stuff for coding for my next classes. I need Visual Studio. It's not on a Mac. I tried Frankenstein a few computers, but they were just, that's what I get for taking people's junk. So I just went and got myself a little inexpensive tower to get me through school and the things I need. I use both. Just depends what you're doing. If you're going to do your movies and graphics and art stuff and After Effects, you're eventually going to want a Mac.
Well, yeah, that's
eventually. I'm not saying you have to go buy a Mac to use that one software, but once you start getting into it and you're like, I really want to do this, you're going to be like, I need a Mac.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at now. It's like where I'm going to have to get a Mac now. But here's the other real reason is Apple only gives you the one screen. I mean, it's a pretty big screen and stuff, but I'm used to working with two screens, and maybe I should just go try to hook up.
You can.
No,
I use
know
two
that.
screens on my Mac.
But can you do like a HP and stuff?
You go back. You go buy one of these right here.
A lightning connector.
This guy, yeah. Lightning to DVI, or if your monitor
AVI.
or if your monitor has an HDMI, you can get one of these HDMI. The new Macs come with the new Macs come with two
ports,
Lightning ports. Mine only has one, so I can only run one monitor. But the new Macs come with two, so you can run a triple monitor setup.
That would
and
these
are like
be awesome.
$20.
That would be awesome.
It's like $20. Yeah.
Because that would make life easier.
I believe even the MacBooks, if you want to get a MacBook Pro, well, the Airs are the only ones. I don't believe the Airs have it. But if you're going to be doing processing, and like you said, when you're like, oh, it takes me like 6 hours to bounce this movie into a format, it's because some of the processor you're working with and some of the system you're working with.
That's
you get
all
a better,
YouTube. Or just that's all YouTube.
But it didn't take me that long.
For a YouTube upload?
It didn't take me that long. Mm-hmm.
Well, it depends how long. When I'm doing 30 minutes, anything that's 30 minutes and above, it takes a while to upload.
Mm.
So, I don't know. But I think that's a YouTube thing, not a us thing. So all right, there's a lot of things.
Which morons are we going to talk about first? The morons at the boxing, or the morons ruining our flag, desecrating our flag?
I think the desecrating the flag, that's a little bit more important, because that thoroughly pisses me off.
Oh, more than you can imagine. Now, I get it. You're military, so it's even more. But as an American, it doesn't piss you off any more than me. I've always been for and always thought desecrating the American flag should be illegal, but it's protected under everybody's First Amendment rights, and it's ridiculous. No country is better than the country we live in, and I don't care how rough you think you got it. It doesn't call for stomping our flag, because
it's a fine line, because those are see what they're doing is it is protected and stuff, but it's like it's hard. It's hard because you got to give them the right to do it. You got to give them the right to express their opinions. You got to express their views or whatever. But there should still be a law that says you cannot desecrate the flag. You cannot stomp. There's rules for the flag. There's a certain way you fold the flag, you put it away. You just don't roll it up and put it into a box or whatever. There's a certain way of doing things, a certain way of not doing things, and But I don't know. If I see them doing it,
I don't believe it.
There's a clear thing. I'm going to say something.
There's been motions to make it illegal to desecrate a flag, and the last vote, it only lost by one vote. So it's not even, majority of the people agree, or it's, I guess, a split. But if it probably went up against again, it would probably be illegal, and it's just ridiculous. There's other ways to protest. I'm as defiant and rebellious and full of disdain as the next person towards my government. I hate my government. Well, I don't trust my government, and
there's a difference.
Don't look out.
Yeah.
But I love my country, and people like you and the friends that you've lost and the friends I've lost fighting for this. You know who burns and steps on our flags? Is those terrorists that we're over there fighting for right now. Go watch an episode of CNN watching them. These people who are stomping the flag, to me, are categorized in the same category as terrorists who are burning our flag and lighting our flag. Or go to China, go to Korea and try and stomp on that flag and light that flag on fire. They'll put a bullet in your head right there in the street.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that's what we do. This isn't the same thing as murder or, calls for execution, but come on, I also don't agree with the people that are, we should deport anybody that does it. No, because deportation is not, what are you going to do? Send them back to to their own countries like they say. No, I don't believe that. There just needs to be heavy fines and penalties to show what a great country we live in. Okay. And there's other ways to express your feelings and your disdain and distrust towards it without disrespecting those who have died for that. That's a symbol. That's not just a piece of cloth. That is the symbol. It's the same thing as having a bald eagle for your Thanksgiving bird. It's a symbol. Even if they weren't illegal, it's still a symbol that in my opinion.
Yeah.
I guess that's what they're all about.
I don't know, I've seen people just kind of not take care of the flag, but I think some people are just ignorant.
Yeah. It's really what it is.
Yeah. So, oh well. Moving on to a little bit more happier. We're just going to get out of the horrible mood I just got put in to Mayweather and Pacquiao. Let's go into another mood. Did you see the fight or no?
No, I don't watch that crap.
Come on. You didn't even hear about it?
See,
I watched it.
Listen, well, I've heard about it, but the way I see boxing is that why would I go spend like $50 for a pay-per-view when I can go watch the wrestling that's just as fake for free? I can watch Saturday Night fake wrestling. Why am I going to pay for fake boxing? Boxing has been corrupt and fake for the last 20 years, probably forever, but seriously fake. And I don't watch it. There was a few guys at the shop we were at, and I said, I don't even track them. I don't even know who and what they are other than some commercials. I said that if Pacquiao does not knock Mayweather out, legitimately out, and I don't mean down, if he does not knock him out, they'll give it to Mayweather. And guess what? They gave it to Mayweather.
I saw the fight, and I was like, so here's the thing that got me. Okay, there's a clear – I train and I've fought before and stuff. I'm not a pro by any chance, but I mean, I've done a couple of sparring stuff and I've done some other stuff, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm training now, and I might or may not go amateur to pro and stuff, but I do Muay Thai. And then eventually I probably will never get into MMA because I'm too damn old and too damn fat for it. But here's the clear difference between boxing and all the other combat sports. So, boxing takes talent, Mayweather had all the key ingredients to winning the fight because he knew what he was doing, and Pacquiao did not. Now, if you take MMA and you take Muay Thai, those guys are out there to basically beat the shit out of you.
Sure.
In boxing, you only have to worry about your hands, right? So if you hold, you jab, you move, you kind of dance around, just like perfect setup is what Mayweather did. That's what I would have done. If that's all I got to worry about, hands, I'm going to run around and I'm going to take you out of your game and let you be aggressive and make mistakes, because that's what you need to do. So, but in MMA and Muay Thai, if you're not being aggressive, you're going to get hit. And it's crazy. So, I don't know. I think there's a difference between I think Daniel White says it, like MMA is like basically you have trained killers. They're going out there to basically beat the shit out of you. And that's basically what it is. So, I don't know.
But
and I think boxing
has gone away. Because I did read a couple of, like, when I track my Twitter, and like there's a couple different articles. Like one, somebody mentioned that Pacquiao was just old and he was just there for the paycheck. He just wanted to pick up. He looked old, out of shape, out of it. He was just happy to be there because he was getting, who cares if it was half of what Mayweather's getting, he was still getting his big paycheck. Another one said Mayweather fought, you may not have agreed with it, but Mayweather fought a perfectly legitimate boxing match.
Pretty much.
It's not a fight. It's a boxing match. So you stand there, let the guy block, because in theory, if you're punching my hands, I get that. Those don't count as connects, and all he's got to do is take one hit, And it doesn't matter if Pacquiao threw 342. If 341 of them didn't connect, it doesn't matter, or doesn't, under their rules, connect. It was never going to be, I get a slugfest like Mickey Ward and Arturo Gatti, or, like Big Slugfest.
I think people were expecting that.
They hyped it too much to make it this. If it was 5-6 years ago, probably would have been the brawl. Probably would have been the crazy that everyone expected. This year,
I don't think
was
so.
Just,
I don't think so, because if you look at Mayweather's fights and all his previous fights, they're always been like that. So he fights the fight that he wants to, and I think people have not understand that. It's like, listen, if you want to fight Mayweather, you need to really take him out of his game. Like, hey, you need to be a little bit more aggressive. Put him, like Pacquiao, put him in the corners and stuff, and he was getting into him and stuff like that. But you got to do that constantly.
I saw a little bit on the news his celebration after, though. That's what gets me the most with Mayweather. It's his arrogance. He walks around with his $1 million. He walks around like this and that with his cars. But the thing that gets me is that he celebrated like he did something in that boxing match, when all he had to do was not be knocked out.
Yeah.
He knew he had it in the bag. He just needed to not be knocked out, and that's all he did. And he acted like he went 12 rounds full with Rocky Balboa, you know. And that's where I find the biggest thing with him is the issue. And then I saw heard all the crickets with Jamie Foxx's national anthem. I heard that he sang that thing, and it was like crickets, like nobody.
Yeah. I don't know. I will not speak of that at all. How about that?
Oh, but I tell you though, it didn't matter. I was at the shop with a couple boys, and we were drinking beers and lighting shit on fire. So
yeah, I saw
that was better than any boxing match.
Yeah, I saw it, and I knew what it was, and I had to see it just as a combat sports enthusiast. It's one of those things like, hey, I have to see it. It's I knew the outcome. I knew what it was going to be like. And actually, as soon as I saw Pacquiao, I'll get a clip from it, but as soon as I saw Pacquiao leaving the dressing room, coming out of the tunnel, somebody gave him a phone, and they were taking selfies before he got into the ring. That that right there pissed me off, because I was like, all right, first off, you're already taking selfies before you're getting out of the ring. You haven't even got to the ring. You're already taking selfies. Means to tell me, yeah, you're pretty much not going to fight. You're just going to you're just in there.
Well, that's what I just said.
Yeah.
It looked like he was there to collect the check. He didn't care,
So, I was like, you're not there to fight. You're just kind of there. Just your mindset's not there, because I'd go get in the ring with Mayweather for $80 million. I'd get in the ring, but I sure as hell would not do a Mayweather Pacquiao performance. I'd do I'm gonna beat the shit out of you performance. So, but yeah, that was it was kind of depressing, but I knew, anybody who follows combat sports knew what was going to happen. It's not like it was a big secret. Everybody knew that Mayweather, what he was going to do. He was going to do jab, jab, cross, get in there. That's kind of what he did.
Yeah.
And then Pacquiao needed to get him in the corner or be more aggressive.
But the way I see, even if he did it, boxing's been too one-sided over the years for me. I lost interest. I used to watch boxing with my dad and brother, but I just lost total interest because of how one-sided, or how many times it didn't go the direction it should have gone. And
the last time I saw the boxing, it's been a long time since I've seen a boxing match. I've kind of kept up with it and stuff, but the last time I actually saw a boxing match was when Oscar De La Hoya and I think Julio Cesar Chavez were fighting. That's about the last time I saw it, and that was a long time ago.
So. Well, see, the same. The last ones I really watched was Arturo Gatti and Mickey Ward. Those were slugfests. Those were true champions, willing and ready, and did beat the hell out of each other for the legitimate belt and not just paydays. They beat each other senseless, and it was enjoyable to watch because they truly were pugilists and not check collectors.
Yeah, but that was a long time ago too. So
yeah, absolutely.
The game has changed so much. People are being more methodical. Like Mayweather, he's being more methodical about what he's going to do. Hey, and good on him for having a good game plan.
I don't follow much, but I heard he's got 50 wins or no losses or whatever. Has he fought anybody worth anything though? In all those, is there anybody that's been truly?
I don't know.
So don't say you're the best pound for pound or whatever when you've never been tested. I don't care how many wins and no losses.
Yeah.
If you haven't been tested.
Yeah, if you haven't been tested, so.
Well,
one of those things. So, all right, moving on. What's our next thing here? Next thing, let me look at the show notes. So we covered all that stuff. All right. So we went on for a while on this other stuff. So next thing we got is this weekend's races. So last week we left off saying, hey, Nora, there was this race out in Baja. We guys gave you the website for Nora and stuff. Just to follow up on that, racedesert.com, and it's spelled RACE-DEZERT.com. On their front page, they have, or on their home page, is that right? They have an article about the Nora 1000. We'll put a link on it so that you guys can see it. It goes into, here I'll read a little excerpt, and this is done by, John Pigeon. This is about the Nora Mexican 1000. So that was a race that we were talking about last week. This is the 6th annual Nora Mexican 1000 rolled into Ensenada. It was first organized in 1966. The National Off-Road Racing Association would go on to host the inaugural 1000 rally in 1967. So it gives you a little history. It gives you a little day one and day two recaps. A lot of good pictures on the vehicles. There's a lot of good pictures. They actually do a really good job on covering the sport. I really like it. They got VWs, Broncos, just all kinds of vehicles on there. What is this? So we'll post a link up so you guys can see it and stuff. The next thing, so there's another race that happened. It's called Dirt Right Race. Where did this take place? This happened in Mount Olive, Alabama. So 4,400 class. Just
is it? That's part of that We Rock stuff. That's
part
of the We Rock,
sorry,
isn't it?
Yeah, the Dirt Ride is part of the We Rock. Yeah, sorry about that. This is kind of the Dirt Ride race, and here's what happened. 4,400 class, Chris May, Peter Basler. He's the owner of Blue Torch Fabworks. I believe so. He came in second. James Schofield. I've heard of that name, but don't really know who he is. He came in third. And that was 4,400. Supermod Trail. Rusty Cadden, Ken Height, and Todd Kluger. First, second, and third. Modified Trail came in John Bodie, Jason Dan, Mike Adams. First, second, and third. Stock Trail is one contestant, Dalton Landereth. Ooh, I messed up his name for sure. UTVs are getting crazy, by the way. Wes Schote and Brian Gray. Pro UTV, Sean Hess, Austin Sides, Patrick Shamblin. Those are your results for the We Rock. I'll post the link for that so you guys can see that. And then We Rock has something on their page with pictures and all that stuff. Okie dokie. Next thing we're going to talk about is Ultra 4. Ultra 4 racing. Guess what happens? Saturday, they come to Northern California. Guess what? I don't get to go there. Why? Because I will be driving to Vegas. So, we are crisscrossing. I will not be there. What are we doing? So we'll have a recap for Ultra 4 Racing on Monday. Let you know what happened on Saturday and Sundays. See if we get somebody on the show, talk about their experience. We're setting up some interviews for the Coast to Coast outdoor shows this week. Trying to get some guests on there. I don't think we have anybody, but I think this week, over the weekend, there's been a lot of. Let me backtrack here for a little bit. Quite a few weekends ago, we told you a story about somebody who died in a tragic accident and stuff, and we'll leave that as that. I'm hearing now I'm hearing more and more stories of things like that. There are accidents that constantly happen. Over the weekend, somebody else passed away in an accident just testing their truck. Obviously, there's not a lot of information, so I'm not going to put out who it was or any of that stuff. But there was another person who passed away, and I think this week we're going to concentrate on the Coast to Coast Outdoors. I think we're doing 2 shows this week is safety. We're going to talk about more safety. We're going to give you guys links on safety, some other stuff, so that you guys can have this information and who sells the safety equipment and stuff like that. So that everybody can have this information and hopefully try to. I mean, it sucks that people are passing away for just, messing around. So
when it could be prevented. Yeah.
Yeah. So
if it could be prevented, that's.
Yeah. I don't know what happened over the weekend. I don't even want to speculate. I just know it was an accident, and we have a picture over the weekend also of a vehicle that caught on fire. It's on our Twitter page right now. So if you go to our Twitter page,
that red Wrangler or whatever it was.
No, it's a black Wrangler that caught fire over in Michigan. So it's a brand new JK. It looks like it's brand new. Yeah, pretty much brand new. Brand new JK. I think it was a 2. Yeah, it looks like a 2-door. Caught fire, and good Lord. So I guess they were wenching up the hill or something, or they were being the anchor. I don't know what the story is on that. How about I just don't say anything about that? The guy who took the picture, he let us use the picture. Obviously we asked permission. So he takes a lot of pictures over in Silver Lake Dunes in Michigan. So he let us use that picture. So I did ask him if he had a website, and he doesn't. He just does it for fun. Just takes pictures and stuff. So.
Gotcha.
What else? I think that's all we really got.
We got it, huh?
I think we got pretty much everything. So, big thing is safety this week. So, let you guys know again, we are Coast to Coast Outdoors. You can find out Coast to Coast Outdoors on Twitter and Facebook. So, and then On YouTube, it'll be on our C-Tech for our XJ, but just type in on YouTube search West Coast Flunkies, or just type in Coast to Coast Outdoors, and you'll see all our information on there.
Or don't forget the ncnspreview.com.
Yes. Go on to the website, find out more information about us, get the audio files. You can listen. Oh, that's right. You didn't even.
But I'm working on the.
Yeah, you're working on
The
all that stuff.
audio files are on. Yeah, the audio files are on the site. You can listen directly on the site. And the YouTubes, I'm building the links or the embeds so you'll be able to view, so you won't technically have to even leave our site. You can go directly to our site. So within the week, all the videos should be on the sites. They're in the process now. We're about halfway done. But you can at least listen to our show without having to leave, go to iTunes or, directly right on there. So
Yeah.
Convenientized it for you guys.
There is one thing I did see over the weekend. Motor Trend has this channel. Motor Trend has a channel also. And they put a pretty good video up of a lowrider going from Southern California to Nevada to Las Vegas. They try to do it on the dirt, and they only got like 2 miles, and it's a hilarious episode. It's an awesome episode, and I sure hope everybody goes and watches this, but it's an awesome episode. They got that car three-wheeling, just doing all kinds of dumb stuff. It was awesome. So
That's cool.
I recommend everybody go see that one. That was pretty good. Of them, I don't think we have anything else, do we?
No.
I'm looking at all my notes here. Looking at the notes. Oh, if you guys be so kind to subscribe to our YouTube channel, that would be awesome. Well, also, if you guys are on iTunes, give us a rating, recommendation, something. Let us know how we're doing. We're going to change the picture. We know the picture is not good. It was a temporary picture. Actually, I'll probably, by the time you guys see or hear this, the picture has been changed, I hope. So, other than that, guys,
sounds good.
We are done. So this week we got safety. Safety. That's what we're going to talk about.
Safety.
All right, guys. Facebook, Twitter, NCNS, preview.com. Preview.com.
And
.com.
the YouTube.
And the YouTube.
Adios.
You go to the YouTube and you find it. Okay? Goodbye.